the repeater sucks. Now, I know that might be surprising to hear, considering that this is the first legendary weapon of an arguably overpowered weapon class, but it just doesn't live up to the hype. Let me put it this way. Let's compare it to another weapon category, snipers. You have the two meta and very good weapons. One is clearly better than the other, but the lesser of the two being comparable. And then you have the lower rarity of that weapon class, the first of the kind that you get, and something to transition to after that. Now, this weapon isn't a revolution where it outclasses the two meta versions of it. Think of the repeater more like the quantum gun. It is worse than the meta versions of it, but isn't worse than the first iterations of it. It's a fun alternative that isn't terribly bad. Now, I'm going to put some gameplay in the background comparing the fragment gun, ember gun, arc turret, and repeater. You'll see just how fast these weapons kill other mechs in comparison to one another. The first one is going to be without pilots. As you can see, the ember and arc kill the eclipse first, with repeater coming in third, and unsurprisingly the fragment gun coming in last. Now, what about a beefier target like Bastion? You can immediately see the problem with the repeater. It runs out of ammunition way too fast. And yeah, the arc turret has the same problem, but its damage compensates for that, while the repeaters doesn't. Finally, we have these weapons with max legendary pilots and the best possible implants you can have. The ember gun finishes first, followed by the fragment gun, arc turret, and coming in last, repeater, but not by much. Now you might be saying, but weapons at face value and in practice aren't the same thing. And you're right, they aren't. The repeater doesn't perform as good as the arcs and embers at all. Even with maxed implants and the double damage chance, you run out of ammunition way too fast. Close quarters weapons aren't meant to be one target assassination weapons. They are meant to be able to handle multiple opponents, since once you get up close, there's almost no getting away. Ember excels at this since its reload is almost instant, and Arc not only has excellent range but a big magazine as well. The fragment gun has good damage with a good magazine. It's pretty much just a really good shotgun. The repeater doesn't stack up at all. It is closer to fragment gun in terms of performance than it is to the embers and arcs. In fact, you might be better off getting the fragment gun instead of this thing. It's super cheap, has multiple variants than just the 8 and the 12. Now, I'm sure they'll definitely release more energy variants of the repeater, especially after the new Ember Gun 16. If you're going to take away anything from this video, it's that repeater isn't an overpowered weapon. Is it okay? Is it decent? Yes. It is usable? Yes, it is very usable. Is it better than the Ember Gun and the arc turret? Absolutely not. Is it fun? It's very fun. So if you want to get it to have fun and not necessarily want to have every overpowered weapon in the game, get this weapon. Anyway, I hope that this video helped. Hope you have a good day. Take care.